Hi, and welcome to Annie's ADHD Fireside Chat. I'm Annie. I'm 47 years old, and I was diagnosed with ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, when I was 23. This is what I know about the ADHD brain. The ADHD brain is different from the typical brain in three main ways: structure, function, and chemistry. Let's break this down. Structure. The ADHD brain develops at a slower pace than the typical brain. This is why so many kids with ADHD seem like they're 2 to 3 years behind their peers. Their brains are just a little slower developing and maturing. 2. Function. The prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is this area right here at the front, is responsible for executive functioning skills and regulating emotions. The ADHD brain shows decreased blood flow to this prefrontal cortex area, which is why so many people with ADHD struggle to regulate their emotions, and they struggle with executive functioning skills like organizing and planning. The third difference in the ADHD brain is chemistry, and this is probably the most important. Brain cells, or neurons, must communicate with each other. The spaces between brain cells are called synapses, and the brain uses neurotransmitters, which are special chemicals, to relay messages from one brain cell across the synapse to another brain cell. The brain has several different neurotransmitters, and they all have a different function. When you have ADHD, you have an issue with primarily one specific neurotransmitter called dopamine. Either your brain doesn't make enough dopamine, or your brain doesn't use the dopamine that you have effectively. And this is why ADHD medications are so effective for so many of us with ADHD. I, for example, take Dexedrine, which is one of the oldest ADHD medications on the market. You may know some of the newer medications, such as Concerta, Vyvanse, or Focalin. All three of those are basically newer variations of this good old favorite Dexedrine. So what is life like when you have ADHD? Well, parts of life can be difficult. Those of us with ADHD can get overstimulated and overwhelmed pretty easily. We like novelty, and we don't tolerate boredom very well, which is why a lot of repetitive and day-to-day tasks are hard for us. We struggle with time management, and we struggle with organization and planning. It's hard for us to keep up with our phone, our wallet, our keys, our papers, the things that we need in day-to-day life. But it's not all doom and gloom either. ADHDers are fun. We have quirky personalities. We have great senses of humor. We're creative, and we're divergent problem solvers. We're kind, we're generous, we're compassionate, and we're a lot of fun to be around. We're also always on time, and we never lose anything. I'm just kidding. I just made that up. Join me next week for our next Fireside Chat when I'll discuss raising teenagers, which is a lot harder than life with ADHD.